What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so of course, you guys probably know about the allegations that have been levied against a former NFL player turned sports media personality Shannon Sharpe. These allegations were levied against a former lover, I guess. Uh, the woman who previously until now was anonymous, had some very startling allegations against Sharpe, including allegations of grape. That's code on YouTube. And she said that he assaulted her, assault and battery. Okay. Also, psychological abuse, psychological torture, mental anguish, the whole shebang. She was seeking $50 million, and ultimately that figure could go up. And to me, this, as far as the most heinous allegations, I always felt like that, you know, with Shannon Sharpe, I thought the most heinous allegations were probably Cap. But you never know people. You know what I'm saying? We have seen Shannon Sharpe display a temper. Could there have been some other things going on behind the scenes? I don't know. But I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt until he got his day in court. Obviously, that's the way it should be in this country. But unfortunately, with the media, with certain people, it's guilty until proven innocent, and then even then, there's still always a cloud of suspicion. But man, Shannon Sharpe and his team have hit back hard. And look, I can't really delve too much into what is being said here because of YouTube community guideline rules. So I'm going to talk about this on Patreon. So those of you who are subscribed to the Patreon, look forward to that video coming in the next 20 minutes, 20 to 25 minutes. If you're interested in signing to the Patreon, this is the time now, because I can't really talk about some of this stuff that is being presented here on Instagram, on Shannon Sharpe's Instagram. So, counsel to Shannon Sharpe, Lanny J. Davis, has come up with a statement. Um, Basically saying that this lawsuit filed by, apparently her name is Gabriella Zuniga, and orchestrated by her attorney Tony Busby. Of course, Tony Busby's been in the news recently. He's of course the head of the suit that has been aimed at Diddy and others involved in Diddy shenanigans. So anyway, he says that the lawsuit is, quote, a blatant and cynical attempt to shake down Mr. Sharpe for millions of dollars. It is filled with lies, distortions, and misrepresentations, and it will not succeed. In her effort to extract a large financial settlement, Ms. Zuniga presented Mr. Sharpe with a secretly recorded video of a consensual encounter. We believe the video has been heavily edited and taken entirely out of context, crafted to falsely portray a consensual act as non-consensual. Miss Zuniga, it's funny, their last name reminded me of the actress Daphne Zuniga, who played the princess in Spaceballs. But anyway, some other 80s movies. I think she was in The Fly 2 as well. But anyway, I'm sorry about that. Miss Zuniga has refused to provide a copy of the full, unedited version of the recording to Mr. Sharpe's legal team. To set the record straight, we are releasing several of Miss Zuniga's own explicit text messages to Mr. Sharpe that clearly indicate the nature of their relationship was consensual and private in nature, and in many cases initiated by her with specific and graphic requests. Contrary to the allegations she makes in her lawsuit, consensual relations continued until January 2nd, 2025, the day after she asked for $25,000 per cheek, as quoted above from her text message to Mr. Sharpe. There are other examples of texts from Ms. Zuniga. I don't know if I really can say too much on YouTube. I'm going to talk about this on the Patreon. These messages are just a sampling of a broader pattern of graphic communications initiated by Miss Zuniga. The evidence paints a clear picture. This was a consensual adult relationship that included role playing, filthy language, and fantasy scenarios explicitly requested by Miss Zuniga. They had the tape that Miss Zuniga and secretly taped and showed to Mr. Sharpe during her blackmail attempt, tries to falsely portray, as a result of this editing and out of context from prior text messages, that the activity was not consensual. Mr. Sharpe now believes her secret tape was all part of her plan set up as part of her blackmail scheme, as distorted by her edited tape, a copy of which she refused to make available to Mr. Sharpe or his counsel. Mr. Sharpe categorically denies all allegations of coercion or misconduct, especially the gross lie of grape, and he will not submit to what she sees as an egregious attempt at blackmail. Yeah, make a long story short, Shannon Sharpe is coming at this hard. It ain't gonna be no payoff, ain't gonna be none of that. He's shutting the door on all that. And yeah, with the text messages I'm seeing, yeah, I think this is just somebody that's you know, looking for a payoff. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that's trying to, you know, concoct some scheme to get some money out of this guy. Shannon Sharpe just, I think, is negotiating a larger deal for as far as his podcast is concerned. And that's the problem when you are, I hate to say it, man, but when you're, especially a man in today's culture, man, when you're a male in today's culture, and you got money, you become a target. I'm sorry, you become a target for this type of stuff. Um, Now, the one thing I did say in my other video that I think Shannon Sharpe made a mistake coming out with that video last year, which maybe it was mistaken, but it was still a mistake, man, for him to glorify it the way he did the video that showed relations with the woman, because that left him open for these types of situations. You know what I'm saying? That was always in the back of my mind, that type of tape, which showed him, or at least you heard him engaging in coitus, that type of situation could result in some sort of blackmail scheme, and this is what that is. Before, I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. Now, with this evidence, I'm pretty sure that this is a scam on her part. You know, and I mean, like I said before, too, like we don't know these people, but Shannon doesn't come across to me as the type of guy, especially at this stage now financially in his career. He doesn't come across to me as the type of guy that has to be. Now, there are some dudes who are good looking, right? But they got a sickness. Like, was it Darren Sharper? I think his name was. Those types of guys, it's something sick in their head. You know what I'm saying? But Shannon Sharpe doesn't come across to me as the type of guy that needs to take it. If you know what I mean, like I don't want to go too far into that, but you know what I mean. He didn't come across to me as a guy that has to forcibly take it. And I don't want to go too far into it on YouTube. I'll talk about it on the Patreon. But anyway, tell me what you guys think about this.